Good morning, future and fellow weirdos of the flock. Welcome to the party pen. So, the most fucked up shit we read yesterday was King D, the first man to walk people into an oven. The fucked up thing is, King D let them know he was about to walk them into an oven. He didn't lie to them. And that really happened. I mean, we could look up the history of a tribe called AMNON and find out, I suppose. But King D, King D originated that idea. So, for what's his face, it was not an original idea. So, people really shouldn't be like, oh my god, Hitler invented that shit. Because no, he didn't. He stole it from a Jew. Okay. So, I am Nikki K the Great, and I do good job, like, subscribe. I am reading you these Bible stories out of Das Bible. We have good time. We have good time. So, come on in. Leave your shoes on. It's fine. Take your medicine. All right. Stop right there and grab you some keep other people alive juice. If you make the last cup, you make a new pot. Thank you. Hey, don't yell at me. It's just a rule that I made up a long time ago. So just make a new pot. And don't not make coffee because you don't want to make a new pot. I get it. You just make the coffee and hit the button twice. Don't touch any other buttons because we will blast off to the moon. But you just hit the button twice. I learned that the hard way. Then, once you're comfy in your chair, pack a bowl. I don't have any weed. I got a pen though. I'll share my pen with you. But I do have cigarettes, so I have that if you have some smokables. I appreciate it. So, we are about to smoke it, read it, drink it. I do a good job. Press like, subscribe. We have good time. If you are ready to have a good time, like and subscribe. All right. Chapter 13. Okay. So after after King D got doing all that other stuff, Absalom, David's son, the one born in Jerusalem, had a sister called Tamar. So David had a daughter called Tamar. Okay. But David's other son, Amnon, who might have been born in Israel. I don't remember. There's so many fucking names. David has got more kids than a little bit. So, anyway, Amnon was sick over Absalom's sister Tamar. Like, it caused him vexed. So he was like super extra. Okay. Okay. And he was like, so. Mm, anyway, he liked her so much he couldn't even talk to her. Okay. He was infatuated with her and he couldn't talk to her. And he had a friend, and his name was Jonadab. It's David's brother, and he was Amnon's buddy. And he's like, dude, I see you all the time. What is wrong? And Amnon is like, this girl, right? She's got me sprung. I'm like a T-Pain song. I'm sprung. Now she got me doing things. Look, I am just, I can't. That's what Amnon said. He's just like, I can't. And Jonadab is like, I'll tell you what, I'll help you. We have a good time. Listen, pretend you're sick. Well, I guess you don't have to pretend, but be more sick, right? Be extra. And then when your dad comes to see you, tell him how sick you are. And only Tamar can console you. And she needs to make you food. So King D is like, I bet. Got you. All day. So Tamar comes in to Amnon. And Amnon's like, bake me cakes. So she goes through the painstaking, isn't that the word? Anyway, she goes through this task of baking him a fucking cake. And then he's like, no, I need some meat. And then you gotta take me in my bedroom. So she takes him, the cakes, and the meat to his bedroom. And he won't eat. And he won't eat unless she feeds it to him. And she gets ready to feed it to him. And he takes hold of her. And she's like, what are you doing? No. That somebody does that, but we don't do that. What are you doing? We're not doing that. And he's like, no, we have to. So he does the damn thing in a very rude way. So, like, he's rude. And when he's done, he kicks her out and tells his servants don't let her back in. So she takes off all her virgin shit and gets dirty and then goes and cries. And her brother Absalom is like, what happened? And she didn't want to say. And he's like, was it Amnon? This motherfucker. I don't like this guy. Ugh. So then he's like, okay, listen, little sister, listen. Don't even worry about it. I got you. I have this handled. Please do not worry. So a little while passes and David finds out and David gets pissed the fuck off. But I guess he doesn't do anything about it. Okay. So then Absalom's like, hey, Dad, King Face, listen. Can we all go party at my house? Listen, I got people to take care of my duties. I said duty. Anyway, So I got people. I got a guy for that. So, do you want to go? And all my brothers, and King D's like, no, I'm not going. No, I don't trust you. I'm not going. But they can go. So Absalom and all of his brothers, they go to Absalom's house. Now, before any of that, Absalom told his servants, we're about to get Amnon smashed, and then we're going to kill him. So when I say kill him, you're going to kill him. And his servants are like, bet. So, fast forward. They're riding and going to Absalom's house, and they get there. And they're all getting smashed as fuck. And the Absalom's like, kill the dude. So they kill him. And then they just get up and leave. Absalom flees. All right. I think he went to Geshur. But the other ones go home. But David finds out that they told him, the guy told King D that all of his sons were dead, and Absalom did it. So David is like freaking out, like crying bad. And Jonadab's like, nah, no, only Amnon is dead. And David's not listening. He's like, I'm telling you, only Amnon is dead because of Tamar. Absalom hates that guy. Listen, it's a whole problem. I'm willing to bet only Amnon is dead. And just when he was saying that, the king's other sons, minus Absalom and Amnon, they all showed up. And then the king was like, yay! But King D always mourned in his heart for Absalom. And he wasn't worried about Amnon because Amnon was dead. So that was chapter 13. It's insane. Anyway, we're going to pause right here. We're going to check our cats, water our plants, go pee, repack the bowl, smoke a cigarette, grab a refill, and go pee. We will be right back. Oh, I do a good job. Like, subscribe. Have a good time. All right, chapter 14. Okay. Now, Joab perceived that the king's heart was towards Absalom. And Joab sent to Tekoa and fetched a wise woman and said, I pray thee, pretend to be a mourner and put on mourning apparel, and do not anoint yourself with oil, but be as a woman that had a long time mourned for the dead. Okay, so he went to an actress and he was like, I need you to pretend to be a widow. Like, no oil on your skin, like, no being all silky sexy. No, I need you to be old and bleh. Okay? And go to the king and tell him. So Joab told her what to say. And when the woman of Tekoa spoke to the king, she did the face thing and said, help, O king. And the king said, what's up? And she was like, I am indeed a widow woman, and my husband is dead. And David didn't kill him. Surprise. I'm sorry. All the women in this book, their husbands have been killed by David. Okay. And your handmaid has 2 sons, and they strove together in the field, and there was none to part them. But the one smote the other and slew him. And behold, the whole family has risen against me, and said, Deliver him that has smote his brother, that we may kill him. For the life of his brother who he slew. And we will destroy the heir also, and and shall quench my coal which is left, and shall not leave my husband neither name nor remainder upon the earth. And King D said, Go to your house, and I will give charge concerning you. And the woman of Tekoa said, My lord, the iniquity be on me and on my father's house, and the king and his house are guiltless. And the king said, Who the fuck told you to say that? Bring him to me. He shall not touch you anymore. And she said, Listen, let the king remember the Lord your God, for you would not suffer the revengers of blood to destroy any more, lest they destroy my son. And he said, As the Lord lives, no one will lay a hair on your eye. No one's gonna hurt your son. So she's just going on. This is extra. She should have just walked away. That she's giving herself away right here. She's saying too much. Because every time he gives her an answer, she's like, But wait, there's more. But sometimes there are them stories that are like, Wait, my life is one of those stories. Today will be like, nothing can get more fucked up. And tomorrow will be like, hold my beer. Swear to God. I can't even take life. Listen. All my days are like, hold my beer. I don't even drink beer. But anyway, back to the lady talking too much. And the woman said, Let your handmaid, I pray, speak one word to the Lord my king. And King D was like, okay. I'm sure he was like, oh my God, just shut up. Every time I say something, you got something to say. Shut up. Okay. And she said, Why have you done such? Why did you? Okay. So she's like, Why are you such a hypocrite, dude? You would do that for me. but not your son. Like, what are you doing? You don't know me. Don't you know your son. You don't even know me. But you would do this thing for me. Look, I don't know. I don't know. For we must needs die and are as waters split on the ground, which cannot be gathered up again. Neither does God respect any person. Wait a minute. For we For we must needs die, and are as waters split on the ground, which cannot be gathered up again. Neither does God respect any person. Yet, does, don't he provide means? Oh, yeah. Okay. God doesn't even like people, but he will still be around for people. Even if he's like, I don't know about this guy. You know? And God don't even like people. You like people. Now, therefore, that I have come to speak of this. Hold on. Now, therefore, that I am come to speak of this thing to the Lord, to the king, it is because the people have made me afraid, and your handmaid said, I will speak to the king. It may be that the king will perform the request of me. For the king will hear to deliver his handmaid out of the hand of the man that would destroy me, and my son together out of the inheritance of God. Then your handmaid said, okay, the word of the king shall now be comfortable for the king to discern good and bad. Therefore, the Lord your God will be with you. Then the king answered and said, who told you to say this? Okay. The king said, who said to say all this? Was it Joab? As my soul lives, my lord the king. Oh, King D was like, who did this? And she was like, Joab. But listen, wait. Right? Okay. And she said, okay. Hold on. And the king said, did Joash say this? And the woman was like, yup, as thy soul lives, my lord the king. None can turn from the right or left from what you have said, for your servant Joab made me and he put all these words in my mouth. It was JOAB. Don't kill me. It was this guy. Okay, and he put these words, he told me to say this, to fetch this form of speech with your servant Joab. He put all these words in my mouth to fetch about this form of speech. Has your servant Joab done this thing? And my Lord is wise according to the wisdom of an angel. Know all these things that are in the earth. And the king said to Joab, okay. And then the king was like, okay, I did it. You can bring Absalom. Yeah, you can bring Absalom, but I don't want to see him. Like, I don't want to see him. I don't want him to come near me. I don't want to do or say anything to Absalom, but he can come back. Yes, again. And the king said, let him go to his own house and don't come near me. So Absalom returned and didn't see the king. But in all of Israel, there was none more praised than Absalom, okay? He was so beautiful from the bottom of his feet to the top of his head. Look, I bet he had long, black, beautiful hair and a nice little black suit. Look, what people say Lucifer looks like, in my mind, that's what Absalom looks like. Suit and everything. Oh. So handsome. Okay. And when he pulled his head, for it was at every year's end that he pulled it, because his hair was heavy on him. Therefore, he pulled it. What does that mean? Does Absalom have dreadlocks? Oh, that's even better. His hair was so long that he had to put it in dreadlocks. Oh, that's pretty cool. So he pulled it. He weighed the hair of his head at 200 shekels. And unto Absalom there were born 3 sons and 1 daughter, whose name was Tamar. She was a woman of fair countenance. So Absalom dwelt two full years in Jerusalem and still didn't see his dad's face. Therefore, I know this story. I know this story. Yes. Okay. So, Absalom sent for Joab to have him sent to the king, but the king would not come. And he sent again, and the king would not come. So he's like, Joab, my dad. And King D's like, I don't know that guy. Therefore, he told his servants, see Joab's field near mine. He has barley there. Go and set it on fire. So they went and set Joab's field on fire. Man. Then Joab arose and came to Absalom to his house and said, what the fuck are you doing? Did you see this? These guys, what are you doing? I'm gonna kill your face. And Absalom said, I told you to come here so I could see my dad. And you want to come. So this is what you get. I am king's son. You listen to me. I don't know if he said that, but we're going to assume he did. And then Absalom, he was like, go and get my dad. Go and get my dad. Why is it so hard? Why wouldn't you just come? Listen. So Joab came to the king and told him that Absalom set his fucking field on fire and he was going to kill his face. So he should probably go see Absalom. Okay. And then the king called for Absalom. And he came and did the face thing and stood before the king. And the king kissed Absalom. And we are going to end right there. Yep, we're going to end right there. So, you know how I watch The Lawyers? Okay, well, there's a group of paralegals, maybe. I don't know, but they hang out with the lawyers, so I'm going to assume they're paralegals. Anyway, they're Salvador Dali parody. It's a parody account. And Excited Utterance are watching the Mark Jensen trial, okay? Retrial, maybe. But he's got a book that he wrote that's written in the evidence, and you gotta pay for the evidence in order to get the book. Anyway, that's what we're trying to do. So I put that link, the Cash App link, in the description so we could get the rest of this book that is in evidence, which is crazy. I can't believe it. Anyway, there was that. Yes. So please help us get this evidence. Other than that, thank you for watching. I love you. Have the greatest day ever. Don't get ready. Stay ready. Listen. Be good or be good at it. I thank you. Thank you for watching. I love you. Bye.